A single error. That is the limit. Nature offers no retries, no pity, and no exit strategy once the assault launches. This isn't a simple quest for a meal, it is a brutal exam of endurance, where agility, toxins, and gut feelings crash together in moments. A quiet wraith slides over the dirt. Just yards away, a threat lies in wait, oblivious that its end is creeping up from the rear. In this harsh terrain, killers do not scream or broadcast their arrival. They lurk. They compute. And when they finally lunge, the game concludes, before the prey even processes the mistake. A lethal rattlesnake slinks through the arid undergrowth, its scales blending seamlessly with the dirt. Every inch is engineered for the trap. Every fiber is primed to detonate with electric velocity. This serpent has weathered infinite duels by banking on one primary asset, its reaction speed. However, today's speed alone might fall short. Emerging from the gloom, a rival killer steps into the arena. More length, more bulk, infinite patience. This hunter fears no poison. Truth be told, it was built to tank it. Ghost-like and exacting, it tracks the chemical breadcrumbs, erasing the gap millimeter by millimeter. No alerts, no noise, pure purpose. The atmosphere grows heavy. Existence balances on a razor's edge of time. Then, action. A ferocious explosion of power cracks the silence. A bite targeted right at the skull. This is not disorder. It is a plan. A measured assault meant to end the brawl immediately. Toxins pump, synapses crash, reflexes lag. The rattler attempts a counter, but its physiology revolts. The instinct kicks in a moment too late. Out here, supremacy isn't determined by bulk or terror. It is about follow-through. One killer grasps this concept better than its rival, and that insight governs the result. You are witnessing the primal essence of the world. No saviors, no monsters, just those who make it. And we are only scratching the surface. There are deadly serpents that actively track their prey, aggressive vipers that strike with lightning speed, and silent assassins that lie in wait within the shadows to ambush the unsuspecting. To see how these lethal face-offs ramp up, keep your eyes peeled. Smash that like button to back us, subscribe for more authentic animal wars, and brace yourself because the upcoming bout stretches endurance to the breaking point. The second that first blow connects, the survival playbook gets rewritten. It is no longer a standoff. It is a ticking clock. Out here, poison doesn't require hours, it requires accuracy. Once it breaches the veins, every passing second becomes a debt. The rattler's frame locks up as neurons jam. Sinews that once fired like cannons now falter, baffled by the quiet venom creeping inside. It winds and unwinds, seeking a stability that has vanished. The signature rattle stays silent. There is no fuel left for bluffs, only damage limitation. Yet the attacker refuses to hurry. This hunter understands a truth: its victim misses, panic burns time. With calculated shifts, it readjusts, seeking dominion over disorder. A second lunge follows, not frantic, not hopeless, but clinical. The skull is gripped. The fight drains away. What was once a lethal trap setter now fights just to align its frame with its intent. Here lies the savage perk of veteran status. While many hunters dodge toxic serpents at all costs, this one developed alongside them. An innate immunity lets it march on where others would flee. The venom is just background static. The game plan takes the wheel. All around, the landscape stays cold. A breeze rustles the dry grass. Bugs skitter away. Existence marches on, unfazed by the quiet demise, occurring just steps away. The wild does not stop to watch. It merely logs the results. In seconds, the brawl is effectively finished. The snake's motions degrade into glitches, incomplete, lagging, useless. The victor holds the line, waiting calmly until the struggle evaporates. No energy burned in vain, no foolish gambles. That is the blueprint for ruling the wild, not through sheer power but by knowing your foe better than they know you. And while this duel closes here, the war zone is never silent. Somewhere else, a different killer is observing. Quicker, more compact, armed not with toxins but velocity. If you are grasping how varied tactics determine who lives and who dies, stick around. Subscribe right now, drop a comment on which killer shocked you the most, and steel yourself, as the upcoming clash completely flips the script. Venom isn't the only tool for killers. Some thrive on evasion. Across the flatlands, motion halts instantly. A keen-eyed hunter freezes, detecting a threat well before the strike. Up ahead, wound tight and statuesque, a deadly snake readies its turf defense. This time the danger is visible. The message is loud. A single nip could draw the curtain, but dithering isn't in this creature's DNA. In a sudden streak, the assailant launches. Not at the torso, at the skull. Velocity is the armament. Accuracy is the armor. Each rapid jab compels the serpent to flinch, to pivot to air. The toxic jaws snap at vacant space as the mark refuses to remain where death anticipates it. This duel is calculated in blink of an eye moments. The serpent strikes with fatal purpose, yet its foe has already vanished. Trajectories shift mid-flight. The gap shrinks and widens in pulses. It looks reckless, but it is precise. This hunter knows exactly the safe limit and exactly when to bail. The intensity ratchets up with every pass. The snake winds tighter sinews, screaming fuel leaking with every missed lunge. Defense is draining. Whiffing is expensive. And out here, exhaustion is a death sentence. And then the break appears. A sliver of unguarded skin. The hunter commits without a second thought. A single final hit connects where it counts. The motion ceases. The poison never finds a home. The verdict is delivered in moments. That which commanded dread through ambush and toxins now lies still beaten not by power but by pace and unyielding precision. However, not all skirmishes conclude like this. Occasionally, even the swiftest killer knows when living means walking away. When the mark is too massive, too risky, prudence becomes the ultimate gut feeling that preserves existence. Past this brawl, a different narrative emerges, where guarding life trumps the appetite, and reactions turn protective. If these high-velocity battles get your pulse pounding, smash that like button, subscribe for more authentic survival tales, and tell us below, would you bank on speed or poison if your life hung in the balance? Starvation isn't the only engine for conflict in the bush. Some fights are powered by a drive much deeper. A sharp noise shatters the peace. From the perimeter, a giant serpent rears up, standing tall, chest-puffed, broadcasting a stark warning. This beast isn't hunting, it has spotted weakness. Tiny, fragile lives freeze oblivious to the doom creeping near. Suddenly, a surprise challenger intercedes. Wings flared, plumage puffed out. A sentinel plants itself right between the reaper and the vulnerable. No second guessing, no weighing the chances. This is raw drive, defend no matter the price. The reptile responds in a heartbeat, head-weaving gaze fixed on the shifting wall. A clean hit could finish the resistance. Its toxins are engineered for speed, for extinguishing lights with brutal efficiency. The gap shrinks. The pressure becomes suffocating. The guardian stands its ground. Rather than running, it engages. Not with brute force, but with accuracy. Every motion is timed to interrupt. Every peck aims for the one spot that counts the skull. The snake flinches, momentarily rattled. The tempo of the fight fractures. Moments feel like lifetimes. The killer pushes forward again, but the arrogance has faded. The grip on the situation slips as constant interruptions block a clean shot. The price of an error climbs with every botched try. At last, self-preservation overrides anger. The snake backs off, picking life over a feud. The peril recedes. The menace melts into the horizon. But winning in the wild isn't always instant or total. Sometimes the cost lingers. Ache fatigue and invisible aftershocks trail close behind. Survival isn't just about who walks off, it is about who was shielded. When the chaos subsides, nature readies another trial. One where bulk is irrelevant. One where velocity and toxins blend in horrifying quiet. If displays of gut reactions and sheer bravery hold your gaze, ensure you are subscribed. Drop a like to back true nature narration, and hang tight, because the final segment unveils the harshest truth of the wild. Out here, dominance isn't always broadcast by bulk or poison. Occasionally it shows up silently, tiny, swift, and impossibly deadly. Under the cover, a juvenile snake detects the disturbance after the fact. From the gloom, a multi-legged killer lunges with zero notice, locking its frame in a hold meant to deny any exit. No theatrical pursuit, no wind-up, just instant dominion. Strong venom floods the veins, disabling motion bit by bit. The moral is savage, and plain doubting is dying. In another corner, brute force tries to assert control. A giant constrictor wins with crushing power, assuming the squeeze alone will close the show. But the arena matters. The clock matters. Tactics rule all. Even the most lethal gear fails when it can't be used. The wild renders its final judgment cold and hard. Staying alive demands more than just size or speed. It demands total adaptation. It means mastering the ambush, knowing when to fade away, and understanding that one tiny error spells your doom. Out here, natural selection prizes precision and destroys the careless. Every savage clash obeys a single iron law: no victor is ever guaranteed. There are only those braced for the violent twist they never even saw coming. And deep in the shadows, a fresh, lethal hunter is stalking right now. If witnessing these savage duels in the unforgiving brush held your gaze, make your move immediately. Smash that like, subscribe for darker predatory showdowns, and tell us below which killer tactic stunned you. Keep your eyes open. The hunger never sleeps.